Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is episode 371, Murder Master Music Show, me, UGSforlife.com. Tonight's guest, man, we're going to Jackson, Mississippi. The homie Jack D, man. We're going to have a great show. This guy's a legend. I'm going to bring on the homie Pittsburgh Patrick. What's up, Pittsburgh Patrick? How you doing, man?
Yo, what up, Press?
Man, we're going back down to Jackson, Mississippi, man, because there's so much talent down there. A lot of guys are not getting the, the shine they should be getting, man. Before I bring on Jack D, I'm going to bring on the guy you just heard on the intro, the homie Exit Only. And I want to find out from him, what Jack D legacy is like in Jackson from one of his peers, man. How you doing, Exit?
Oh, it's all good, my brother. What's going on with your prayers? What's up with you there? Mac J, what's going on with you, B?
Yo, what up, Exit?
Oh, it's all good. All love over here.
Yeah, Jack D is legendary around here. You know what I'm saying? We all been grinding for years, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do on the underground circuit. Jackson released a couple of hits that's just memorable. I know I have like 5 or 6 of them that I actually just love. So, it's we don't get the recognition we deserve around here. It's amazing how we actually can go other places and get the love that we're supposed to get at home, but we refuse to get it at home for some odd reason. But, the struggle continues and we still grind.
And in the name of Murder Dog, the continuation of what they did for places like Charleston, South Carolina, Jackson, Mississippi, Augusta, Georgia, Kansas City, Missouri, Detroit. We're going to continue to do that, man. Let's bring on the homie Jack D, straight out of Jackson, Mississippi. What's up, Jack D?
What's up with it? Everything
good? Welcome to the show, bro.
Hi.
What's up with you, Jack Diesel?
Man, it's all good, man. It's all good. Just kind of glad to be here, for one, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate Fred, everybody bringing us on so we can tell our story and continue to push this movement, this thing all around us, you know what I'm saying? 1,000.
Yeah.
All day.
Definitely. Jackson, Mississippi is a spot, it's full of talent. It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. You're one of the guys, you're one of them pioneering dudes, man. When did your history in Jackson rap start?
Well, I guess I'll start right here. I'm from Jackson, grew up there, 80s, 90s, whatever you want to call it. I don't get too much into the old school, new school thing. It's cool. My thing is basically in the 90s. In the late 80s, early 90s. Doing shows, rapping at school. Actually, with the school with David Banner. Me and him, we were real cool. We went to Provine High School. Shout out to Provine High School, you know what I'm saying? And, I remember rap legends such as Coffee B and Ox Lover way back. I was hearing these people, the people rapping at school and stuff. So that's kind of where my history began, I had a lot of DJ partners like Ed the Weave or the Warren JP, it was C Fatal on the ones and twos, So I'd say that's kind of where my beginning started.
And really, when you started out, what would you say your style was like, man? Was it comparable to other acts in Jackson at the time, or were you on something different?
Let me say it like this. I'm from the true school, so at the time I was coming up, it was Big Daddy Kane, it was Eric B and Rakim, you NWA, so 2 Live Crew and all that. So I was kind of following a lot of that, but as as I started to perfect my own style, and I took on my own persona. You know, going to school, losing battles, winning battles, going to talent shows. Like I said earlier, I had DJ friends who lived in the neighborhood. That I would even just go to they wouldn't even. I was so young. They wouldn't even really let me come in the house. I would have to go to the window and stand. And so, and as my reputation, they were like, "Hey, let this kid in here. Let's see what he can do." So that's kind of what it was for me, you know.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you immediately started building up a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like Exit said, it stretched far beyond Jackson. You know what I'm saying? When did you start noticing your music in different parts of the world?
Right. Well, I'll start right here. My DJ friend, my shout out to Ed the Weasel and my old crew, Ghetto Mash Production. They would do shows. They had a rap group. I was like the youngest one in the clique. So they would do shows. And they would put me on track. Warren JP, that's who introduced me to Freddie Young. And we had one other studio in Jackson, Clifton Fears. What was the name of his studio? Do you know?
Orosity Records.
Orosity
Records.
You're right. So everybody went to these two studios, especially Orosity. You know, and then we went to start going to Freddie Young. When Freddie started doing the music, and I recorded my first album, which I actually started. People think that album came out in 96. It came out in 98 because I started recording it actually in 94. It took me about 4 years to do that album. So, like I said, when Freddie, when he put his hand on it, between 94 and 98, shout out to the homie Mike out of Brookhaven. Sometimes, you know, studios wasn't a dime a dozen. You know, you got a lot of home studios and stuff now. We had to actually travel sometimes to go to the studio. You know, everybody couldn't do this then. You know, so
exactly.
Once I recorded the album and got it out there. And actually, I was on the internet in the early days. Not only did I have fans in Paris, I had fans in Japan, Germany, and London in the early 90s. Now, a lot of that I didn't keep up with, but it was on the back end when the fans started to reach out to me, and they called Freddie and they be like, "We know this guy. We know this guy." Even some locals would even come to me and they was like, "We feeling you, we digging you. I want to sign you."
And you guys were getting offers then. People were trying to come and swoop you up.
Definitely, and Exit to tell you, back in them days, we had a lot of grind about ourselves. We had we had to hit the mob, kick out the mob, you know, trying to just pass. Yeah. We didn't have tape, no CDs, no internet, none of that stuff, you know. So there was a lot of places that some rappers couldn't go. Now I was one of the fortunate ones in the city. I could go pretty much anywhere I wanted to in the city because I went to school. I'm from here. I was born and raised here. So if I went to school here and I went to school there. So I knew the vice lords over here, and they remembered me from elementary, junior high. So it didn't matter that I was a gangster over here because the streets in Jackson were definitely at war. They were at war in the early 90s. some places you just could not go. You know,
yeah, we came up
Memphis.
I was
we came up in the gang era.
It was like Chicago. You had the Vice Lords and you had the GDs. Didn't they call it like a little Chicago or something? Or, I know that's what they called Nashville. But Jackson wasn't it pretty wild in, like you said, in that era.
Jackson was the first big Chicago.
CDs first come down to Jackson, though.
I go back to 1985. I go back to 1985. I was a youngster, but I started seeing the graffiti on the wall then. What they were doing, they came here recruiting. Wasn't no Crips, no Bloods. It was straight Vice Lords and gangsters. And when that shit kicked off here, believe me, it was crucial. It was brutal from the early days. And that's 1986.
During that time, Fred.
Go ahead.
During that time, Fred, if you actually got in trouble down here, they sent you up north to where your family was. How I got down here from Chicago was I got in trouble up there, and they sent me down here with my family down south. So it always been a connection with Chicago and Mississippi, always.
Always. Everybody, exactly, and the vice versa. If you got in trouble like Exit up north, they sent you down here.
So here.
Down south. Right. And when they sent you down south, of course, they started organizing, I say. You know, and the gang leaders from Chicago would actually come here and help to organize.
Indeed.
You know, back then it wasn't no joke. I mean, certain areas it ain't like to say these kids. I don't know what these kids doing. Back then they had arms. I remember. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, Prez, what y'all did with the Murder Dog magazine was infamous because that was the first time you had all different gangs in one area. You know, we was there with Reese and Bigelow. I mean, it was epic. And there was no violence, no conflict. Everybody got along. That was like the first time that everybody realized this music was bigger than everything else. But everybody had their own little personal beefs now. You know, we all had our own little personal problems and personal beefs.
Because, you guys came together because you guys wanted to see your city, you know what I'm saying, get the props that it deserved and be recognized for your accomplishments. And that we was always real proud of that, man. And it was one of our best issues, to be honest with you, because it showcased a whole freaking city, you know what I'm saying, of untapped, dope music, and we were able to help spread that a little bit around the globe, man. And that's what we're doing tonight, right now. So without further ado, let's get them. Go ahead, bro.
I have to shout out Charlie Braxton because he put himself
and shout out
put
to Charlie.
Everything out on limb to do that. Because he was saying how much things were costing, how, I mean, it was going to be expensive. He wanted to see something come out of it. But after it was done, he was really glad he did it, you know, because it turned out even better than he anticipated it. You know, so shout out to Charlie Braxton.
Yeah, shout out to him, man, because he was kind of like a mentor to me. He was a huge influence. But on another note, you know, back with Murder Dog and Jackson, I really wish Blood Rush stayed around. That's the label that Murder Dog had because they were fixing to do, as you guys probably know, a Jackson, Mississippi album. They did one for Kansas. They did one for Charleston. See, the original plan, they were going to do one for Chicago, Jackson. They're going to do one down in Miami. Of course, one in Memphis. They had a plan to do a bunch of that, but, you know, the albums didn't do what they expected. But were you guys told about that? Did you guys know that was going to be in the works?
I didn't. Did you?
Charlie brought it up. He did bring it up in a conversation, but he never did actually dwell on it. But I do know during that time, because like I said, Murder Dog was our magazine. it really wasn't the source because the source didn't kind of like represent us. You know, we was down south from Florida back over to California. So Murder Dog represented us. And I remember seeing in Murder Dog a lot of them actually had CDs. And I brought it to Charlie and asked him, and he said, yeah, it's supposed to be in the works. But it never manifested.
Yeah, Murder Dog was my magazine. It was my magazine before we were even in it. You know, I actually, a lot of people don't know this. I actually was mentioned in it before that issue because they interviewed DJ Finesse for his compilation album Nightlife, and I was on that compilation and got mentioned. So I got that somewhere around here too, and that was like a big deal to me even then. That was pre what happened with when the photographer came from Murder Dog, and we just had a big shebang out of that. That was just fucking epic, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, let's go to a break, Jack D. Real dope interview, man. Let's give him this classic track, Pain, man. Why don't you introduce this and tell everybody what this one is?
Can I say something about the track real quick? Pain.
Yeah, for sure.
That was from my first album, Painkillers Volume 1. Like I said, we took 4 years to make the album. It went all the way around the world. My hat goes out to Freddie Young because he sat down with me and he made me understand. I mean, he was the track maker before people really started making the track. This is before he went to Rap a Lot Records. Before he went to Rap a Lot. You know what I'm saying? So it was music like what you finna hear now is the reason why he got signed with Rap a Lot. Let that shit play, man.
Man, that's about as real as it gets right there. That was homie Jack D with Pain right here in the Murder Master Music Show. Man, that's classic,
right?
Yeah, that's ill as fuck, and it's smashing these motherfuckers nowadays, man. Are you gonna re-release some of that classic stuff?
Yeah, actually, I'm getting ready to put up another website. It's gonna be under Skid Row Records. And I already talked to the people at Disc Makers. I'm sending them all the stuff in. They're going to make me original. Well, not original, but close as I can to original copies because I'm getting a lot of requests for it. And I'm tired of other people making some money off that shit. So, yeah. To answer your question, you're going to do that again. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that stuff is very, very collectible, to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
well, it's good that you have it, you know what I'm saying, ready to go on deck. I'm seeing a lot of guys starting to remaster and put out their old projects again, and people are really digging that, man, because you can't get it without paying some cases hundreds and hundreds of dollars for the shit. So it's like, man, we need that shit available out the shit, man.
Freddie Young told me, he said he gets calls from all over the United I mean, all over the world, and they're saying, if you got originals, we'll give you $200, $300, $500. You know, constantly. You know, so yeah, we definitely gonna put that stuff back out there, because I hear a lot of people say, Jack, please give me a copy. Do you have a copy? Of course, I burn my people that came up with the music. I burn them a copy or whatnot. But they want that. They want the real deal, baby. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Real talk. We got a caller over here for you, straight out of Jackson, 601. 601, who is this?
What's up, Jack? This is Boy Noob, man. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? This is my boy Noob, man.
Yeah. What's happening to everybody on that radio station? How y'all doing down there?
What's going on with the Noob? This is Exit Owner. What's up, man?
Oh, number love, man. Number love and blessing. And thank God, we all able to live another day and see another day. You feel me?
Already, Noob. Already, baby.
I just want to show support to my boy Jack D. You know, I'm gonna be on his label, and you know, we got some things coming up in 2017, going 18. You know, look for Skid Row Records, bro. We look for Skid Row Records. We're gonna do some things. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I just like to appreciate y'all giving my boy a chance to, you know, show his talent worldwide, and I like, you know, this from the utmost high for sure. Got number love for y'all, so.
Man, thank you, man. We really appreciate it. And keep tuning in, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, man, I appreciate y'all because, you know, it shows like y'all to give artists like my boy Jack D and us a place to feel home, you know what I'm saying? You know, that is being real, man. You know, you got a lot of real shows. They don't give upcoming artists and legends like my boy Jack D a chance to come out and just really talk. You know, it's always BSing around. And, you know, Jackson, we got so much talent down here to the point, you know, it's unbelievable. You know, everybody comes to Jackson, but nobody looking at Jackson. And I feel like this year, with my boy Jack D, Skid Row Records, we're gonna get an eye opener for everybody. So look out for Skid Row Records, baby, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Skid Row.
Man. Shout out to everybody.
I love everybody. West Side for life, baby.
Hey,
yeah.
can I give a couple of shots out? I got some people listening. Of course, I want to give a shout out to my boy X Holy. I want to give a shout out to my man Kool-Aid. He's listening. To Carolyn Robinson, she's helped me a whole lot, and she's listening. I want to shout out her. And just the whole city, man. You know, I want to say something. I'm going to let you continue with the interview, but I got something I want to say about this city and some shit that I'm sick of. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You got the floor, man, because, you know what I'm saying, like the homie said, man, we want to make sure you tell your story. It's an honor to have you on here to tell your story, man. Real talk, Jack.
100.
What can we look forward, though, from you coming out in the future, man? You got so much classic stuff out there. What can we look forward to in 2017?
2017, well, 2015 and 16, I was working on a project. I got my man Exit Only. We got a song I'm about to let you hear called Money is King. That was on my Hustler's Part album. So I did wonderful with that on the local scene. You know, even my best friend was fucking TuneCore. You know, we did a couple of music videos with that. So I'm not mad. I got a project coming out probably in October called The Oracle. And it's going to be hot. You know what I'm saying? This is what I wanted to tell you, too. Going back a little bit, some of my early material, like Pain, I think I told you this last time you interviewed us with everybody, me, X, and Reese and Bigelow. I think I told you that one of my biggest influences was Esham and that Booming Words from Hell album.
Yeah, that was a monumental album.
Yep.
Now, what was it like?
Say that again.
What was it like, you know, the first time that you heard that album?
I'm going to tell you how it was, man. When I tell you nobody in Mississippi or Jackson knew who the fuck that was, I mean nobody. I had a friend who had a cousin who lived in Detroit. And back in those days, if you had cousins that lived in Chicago, New York, Detroit, you would get them to send music back. So when they send the music, I mean, that was like, you know, you just was ahead of the game with everybody else because you had new shit before everybody else had it. They sent this guy, man, me being intrigued, they said he was evil. They said he was so evil on the lyrics that his tape was red. His tape was red. So, the youngsters, we like, what the fuck? Of course I want to hear it. I heard something more. As I started listening to his music, I heard something more. Now, I wouldn't even, the stuff that he was, when he would call himself kind of disrespecting God, I wouldn't even listen to them songs. But songs like Fallen Angel and You Just Want to Be Down and a couple of them, oh, hell yeah. He was saying shit. I'm going to be honest. He was saying shit that I heard Pop say down the line, like I'm losing my religion.
Yeah.
And Helter Skelter. Man, Sean had been saying that. And me being so young, man, I don't know why I took to that particular artist like I did, but I did. I sure did. And I molded a lot of my material kind of around that. Not just so much at that era where somebody was putting out what you call a lot of gangster shit. Mine was, some of it was kind of on the dark side, but it was more reality. Because one, I was in the street life myself.
Yeah.
And I was looking at life in a perspective. Not that I wanted to be the main nigga out there on the street. But what I was seeing was, okay, damn, this is fucked up. Okay, this dude is pulling up in his bin, serving packs, and no one is saying anything, and we just kind of all following his lead, blase, and this dope thing, he is somebody's daughter. And I was starting to take that because I grew up in a very religious household. If you notice, if you listen to Pain, you'll notice that I was talking about the end of the world and visions that I saw. That's where I was coming from with that.
Wow.
But
wow. So that was an influence for you. I mean, when we first heard Esham too, it was like, oh yeah, there's some dope shit here in the Midwest, and we were happy that we had somebody, because we didn't really have anybody in the Midwest at that time. So it was good, but then, like you said, though, a lot of people were scared of that content, so they didn't really get into them. They saw the imagery.
Well, people labeled them a devil worshiper, and that turned a lot of people off.
Yeah, it turned a lot of people, exactly. A lot of people were like,
but if you really listen to them, just like Nip back in the days, if you really listened to them, you heard the realism up under that. I mean, all that other to me was just frustration, but you heard the realism up under that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
John eventually cleared it up and said that he wasn't talking about a literal devil, but he was talking about, I guess, the white man is being the devil, the ghetto is being hell, and all of what he was really saying was analogies anyway. He cleared that up in later years.
Metaphors.
He said,
Yeah, and, well, that's what an artist does, too. A good artist is going to be able to express himself and find creative ways of doing it. You know what I mean? And oh, yeah, definitely. Well, what about, yourself, though, man, as far as your music, man? Was your music ever perceived, like, did you ever get hatred like Esham got or people before him like Ice-T got? Were their parents protesting you guys in Jackson?
Somebody did. What's that damn site that somebody made a comment? A magazine editor. What's that damn site everybody used to download music from? It's hard to call now. Now. You could buy music, but anyway, it was one of them sites. Some magazine editor went on there one time and said that some of my music was sadistic. Yeah, and I don't know who that was because they had me labeled that I was from Terry, Mississippi, which I'm not from Terry, Mississippi, but my dad is. So whoever it was knew something about me. And they had a nice little article because like I said, some of the songs on that album was dark. Not all of them. Most of them were positive. I would mix the positive with the dark in some kind of strange way. If you could think about a Machiavelli, that's what made Machiavelli so great, because he mixed the dark with the positive. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah, we came up with some dark times.
Mhm.
Yeah, we came up with some times where we saw broke people become dope dealers. We saw schoolgirls become hookers. We saw nerds become killers. We saw a lot of things during our time frame.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. But hey, Jack D, we got another caller for you, man. It's the homie, you know, Finn from France. You know him quite well. I mean, he helped me put together the Jackson Roundtable that we had. Finn, you on the line, brother?
What?
Yes, sir. Hi. Hi, Scott. Hi, Xetoni. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Jack D. Yeah. How are you? Yeah, I got a question and about the album American Painkillers, and especially the tracks Pain or Where Your Love At or Let Me Show You. We feel the deep south and Mandel lyricism. It's really deep, and I see you got the influence of Isham. You was a red shape of Isham back in the day, and tell us how it influenced you in this style of rhymes and the lyrics, you know.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, I was really into that music at that time, you know. When I did Where Your Love At, me and Freddie Young, we got together on the track. And of course we used the Donny Hathaway sample, the Roberta Flack sample, of course. It hit me. The sample came to me. I went out, bought the album. I took it to my producer and said, we got to recreate this, because that's what was I'm looking for the right word myself. That's what I was hearing. At that time, I was in the streets. I was selling. I was a crack dealer. I had my own crack house. And on my off time, I would sit there and I would write. I would write these lyrics. And, you know, and I wasn't too far. Just a couple of years, maybe 4 years prior to that, I was heavy into religion myself. It's just I came from a broken home, so that's kind of what drove me to the streets. All I had was my music to filter through, and I never lost that. A lot of my friends that was rapping who started selling drugs, they was like, man, fuck that music shit. I'm just on this. But in my downtime, I would look around my environment and I would write about it, because I had love for these people. You know what I'm saying? In fact, they say that I was really one of the most generous, one of the best. I was in tune with the streets. So that was the inspiration. That was the inspiration for that song and Pain as well.
Yeah, we can feel it with Let Me Show You track. It's the same lyrics. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I listen to these kids today. They sitting up here, you know, they talking a bunch of rap music, which that's cool. I'm not going down no form of music. But that's why we got so many fucking kids dying. The music ain't like it was when I was coming up. Pimp C told you, step 1, step 2. Then you take the water out the pot out the water. then if you don't do this, it's too short, so you might lose your life. But it's your life. No, you don't have nobody doing that these days. It's just like, I got this and I got this. Yeah, Scarface. Not only he gave you, if you notice, Scarface gave you some sick shit. But at the end of the album, he told you that you only get a minute to pray and a second to die.
During our time and era, we had morals to the story. You know what I'm saying? We listened to everything, and you know it always gave you the outcome. You know what I'm saying? You know, death or jail. You know what I'm saying? And we did what we had to do to survive, but we all were searching for a way up out of it. Some of them wanted to stay in it, but most of us wanted to search for a way up out of it. Everybody wanted to take care of their family. You know what I'm saying? So we did what we had to do to take care of ours.
Exactly. That was a beautiful point. What did you say now, Sin?
Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there. I said Jackson, Mississippi is really underrated for they have lyricists. You have Dez, you have F.A. Only, you got Jerry Charles, so us from there. It's very underrated on the down south music. And Shari Jackson helped for on the map with Little Dog magazine on the map on the USA, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, you got all those different forms of music, you know, I mean, from Bobby Rush to Dorothy Moore, you know, Malaco. I've always been right down the street from Malaco. You know, they didn't do much rap music. I took my music there a couple of times, and Malaco actually did like. He actually did like where your love at. He liked that. I almost got signed with them actually.
So you remember at one point they was going to get into rap before the building burned down. Well, the tornado hit it.
Right. They were. And I don't know if you know this, but Tommy Cash Jr. is married to Johnny Phillips' sister. So Malaco and Selecto hits are linked. That's one reason why it took them a while to even try to go there, because they didn't want to step on Selecto hits toes.
Now, that I didn't know.
Family. Yep.
All right.
Yep, it was our family. A lot of people didn't know that, but he told me that himself, sitting in his office. Yep. But y'all.
History, right? That's definitely, history is not only, like you said, part of Selecto hits. And Selecto hits is huge, man. I mean, they've been around, 50 years now, probably since Sun Records. You know what I'm saying? You guys being so close to Memphis, a lot of dope music came out of Memphis as well. Was there ever an influence from Memphis with you guys, or did you guys influence Memphis? How did the two cities work together?
I was definitely influenced by Memphis rap. Yes, I'm talking about from the early days of 3-6 and Skinny Pimp, Al Capone. I can go on and
Player
on.
Fly,
of course.
They leave out Player Fly.
I actually they were coming here. I did some shows at a place called 8 Balls Ranch, where there were thousands of people, and another stage where I shared when I opened up for 3-6 before they were anybody. I swear, before they were anybody, I opened up for them at Camp Kickapoo. I believe the girl Gangsta Boo was feeling me too. Real tough. Yeah. So I mean, I had lots of opportunities. opportunities, you know. But it's 2017. I'm kicking it with the homie. It's only. He not stopping. I'm not stopping. But I do want to speak up on. So I want this to be known. I want this to be known right here. If these people that's coming in Jackson, Mississippi, they're coming to Jackson, Mississippi, and they are they think they know everything. What I call outsiders. They come in here, they make false promises, and then they don't. They let everybody down, and then they go the fuck back home. That's why. That's one of the reasons why it's so hard to get some love in our city. Right there, we need to take hold of our own city. Kick these outside ass radio DJs the fuck out of here and hold it down for ourselves. Now, when we be able to do that, and I see it happening, shout out to my man Lex Luger. He's a DJ on one of the new radio stations. Shout out to Gerald Jabot. You know, I mean, the shit is coming together, but it's these other cats. You know, they taking people's money.
They're not showing you guys the love they should be.
Well, they're using everybody. They come down here and they make promises just to get you to promote their shit here, but your shit don't get promoted there. You know what I'm saying? Jack won't call it, but I will. They come up out of Atlanta. Most of these cats here actually try to blend in with Atlanta, and Atlanta actually come here and make a killing. They come here and get rich, and then they jet and go back home. But you can't go there and make a killing. Because they actually sit there and support their own.
I've heard that about Atlanta DJs, man. Because I've known people, not to cut you off, actually, I've known people from, Indiana, Chicago. They've gone down there, and they couldn't get shown any fucking love anywhere. They had to actually do open mics and shit like that, and the DJs would promise them, like you said, oh, yeah, we're going to play you, we're going to do this and that. They wouldn't do nothing for them. So, that's... No. There's some crazy motherfuckers down in Atlanta. They ain't doing shit right, man.
Yeah, man. You know, they got their right. But, they doing their thing, and that's the Mecca right now. So I'm not going to say you can't go there because my boy David Banner, shout out to David Banner. You know, I wish he had been in a situation where he could have done more for the city. Because I have nothing against David Banner. Not a damn thing. I ain't got nothing against him. But I feel like our city turned against him. They felt like he could have done more. But damn, what I try to get people to understand, the man was trying to keep his own fucking head above water. And, you know, I love what he went to Atlanta and did. You know? And if I think that he could have did more around here, I think he would have. But I don't think he was in a position to likely think. You know, he was trying to go platinum. 2 times platinum, 3 times platinum. And I just don't think it was happening. So he was more so concentrated right there. You know? Because he showed me some love. He came, he recorded a song with me before he ever signed a fucking contract. That's school love. He said, JT, let's do this. You know? Even though I did tell him that I was going to do much more for him, and I made a pact with him that if I made it before him, I was going to bring him with me. And he told me, I'll do the same. But he didn't. I got a lot of backlash from that. It turned out to be more of a curse than a blessing. But, you know, that's crumbs under the table. I'm not really worried about that right now.
Well, everybody on this phone know how record deals are. And by him being with that record company, you were right, Jack. Until he actually went triple platinum, he couldn't do nothing, and they prevented him from doing that. So a lot of things, you know, around here, we was new to that. So we figured, you know, once you get signed, you own. But there's still more to it than just you being owned. All of us know that now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a learning process for everybody. But I have no hard feelings toward Banner. I salute him on everything he do and all the moves he makes. Because regardless of what, he's still Mississippi.
Exit, can I say something? Let me say something on that exit. I feel like if he had been fucking with more motherfuckers around here, he would have went a little bit further. Because when he was fucking with shit like Cadillac on 22s, like a pimp, he was still fucking with us. You got to look at that. He was still fucking with us. When he started doing speaker box and fucking with Snoop and Chris Brown and them, in my opinion, you know, it ain't about the money. It ain't about the video. It's not about the sound quality. Baby, it's about the soul in it. I think he lost something.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
I guess. Well, tell you what, Jack, let's go on another track, man. We got this one here, Spiraling, man. Tell me about this one.
Spiraling is a track that I put on my Hustlers Party album, which I was very proud of. Shout out to everybody I just shouted out that helped me push that. We did real well. It's a positive track, and it was one of the most, I say, one of the catchiest. That's the one everybody more so responded to because of the message, the message that it presented. It wasn't, you know, my street track, no thug and no trap shit. I was, once again, it went back to my roots of spirituality mixed in with ghettoism and gangsterism. You know, I blended it. I went back to my roots on this. I stopped talking about the hoes and the pimp and the dope and got back to the issues. And I came up with Spiraling Out of Control. But that's why I felt like the world was going, my community was going, and I myself have found myself in that same situation where I felt like I was spiraling out of control. So that's thank you, Fred. It's all good, man. I'm gonna continue to do that because I'm looking for, and even now, see, I don't consider myself old school, new school, middle school. I don't allow my people to put titles like that on me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm ready to put some shit out right now. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate what I did in the past, but what we need to do is find a new sound. You know, when I was coming up, you had NWA, you had Above the Law, but hell, you also had Queen Latifah. You had BDP and Eric B. and Rakim. You saw Eric B. and Rakim on the album cover dressed in Gucci, big ropes, and wads of money. But not one time did you hear Rob talk about selling some dope. Not once.
Yeah.
He didn't even cuss on the fucking album. We got to get back to that. You know, there's so much more that can be said. Everybody want to be a trapper. You know, everybody's got caught in that. That's why ain't nobody selling no records. You know?
Absolutely, Jack. That's the really shit I done heard.
Yeah, it is, man, because the substance, like we always said, when you went into the record store, you had the sections. Different artists were from, like you said, different artists had different things to bring to the table. You knew where somebody was from by the regions, the sounds. Nowadays, everything is jumbled up together. You can't tell, who's who, where they're from, and it's just crazy. So it's going to take cats like yourself to bring more of that realism and just inject it into the game, man. And I salute you for doing that. So, you two, actually. Thank you, both you guys, man. You guys are keeping the torch lit. You know what I'm saying, for our generation. I salute y'all for that.
It ain't always easy, it ain't always easy, but
no, it's not.
I salute the homie Exit. He never stops. He never fucking gives up. I don't either. We keep pressing forward. And like a psychic, I'm here to say it's coming back. All of it is coming back. We put a lot of time, a lot of pain, a lot of shows into this. We see people come. We see me and X see artists come and go. Come and go.
Okay.
Wishing to be in a spot. They just drop it to the side like, man, hey, that wasn't really nothing. That was just something I was doing, But the reason they got it like that and we didn't, because it was in our heart. We probably had something else that we kind of dropped to the side that wasn't in our heart. That might have been somebody else's passion.
Yeah.
Anything is your passion.
You said it earlier, Jack. It was our escapism. We was trying to get away from these streets, and we always thought that this was going to be our key. This was a way for us to channel our emotions. I'm not even going to lie. If I wasn't rhyming, I'd probably be locked up in jail or dead by now, because you don't know what else to do with those balled up emotions. But being able to take a pen and express yourself, that's like a gift and probably the best thing in the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of guys, and I've heard that exit over the years so many times, because it's given outlets to people that normally wouldn't have outlets. You know what I'm saying? Giving them a chance to do something. And real talk, man. And plus your music touches other people too. Your music might get somebody else through the same shit that you're going through. That's why I tell artists,
and that's why we do it.
Your pain and your reality in your music. You know what I'm saying? And salute to y'all and everybody else that does that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say this.
I look at all kids. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, JP.
I'm looking at all these kids. I came up gangbanging. My man X, he came up, in his organization or whatnot. So, and we brothers of the same struggle. At the same time, I look at all these kids in Midwest fucking dying. What the fuck are they dying for, man? It was a different thing when I was coming up, Hey, you might get your ass kicked if you come around, you disrespecting, or you trying to sail on somebody's block. These are just some fucking kids starting games, taking pieces of one game, putting it out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Taking pieces of one game with another game. We gotta
it ain't
stop
no leaders,
this, man.
Jack. When we was out there, you spoke of that earlier too. You know what I'm saying? We had those head chiefs that would come down from Chicago to make sure shit was straight. You don't have no leaders no more. They done locked up all the leaders or killed them off. So now you got all these youngsters out here. They didn't come up like us. We came up boxing. A lot of these kids now, you hit them, they're going to get a gun. They ain't used to taking an ass whooping. I done won some and I done lost some. You know what I'm saying? But I stand as a man.
Me too. And over time, you just got better. Wait, I hear these kids talking about bullying. Hell, a lot of us got bullied. Niggas trying to bully me. I had to fucking fight every day some days.
Me too.
No brothers, no sisters that was bigger than me. I had younger brothers and sisters. But none of that could be like, hey, leave my brothers alone. These kids going home blowing their brains out. Get the fuck out of here. I pick up a chair, go that motherfucker across the classroom, get a week suspended. I done been expelled.
I gotta take this moment to say this, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Jack. But players, I had a Lil Cat, and I got to speak up on it. Lil Cat hit me yesterday and told me he wanted me to analyze some of his music. So he sent me 5 tracks. All of them was trap. All of them. And I said, so everything just trap, huh? And he was like, well, I understand that you don't listen to that type of music. It ain't that. It's the whole objective that I know you come from a good house. You got a garage and your car and shit in the garage and everything. Y'all are not trapped. They didn't come up like we came up. Like Jack said earlier, you know what I'm saying? We had crack houses. We didn't have trap spots. I don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we had crack houses.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a whole different game. It's a new breed out there. I'm talking about. I don't really even understand it.
I'm just want the killing, especially in Chicago. I want the killing to stop. I want the killing to stop because they're killing each other over nothing. I don't even watch.
Jack, I think they just had a whole week with no murders. I saw it in the news, and I was proud of that.
Oh man, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they had a whole week with no murders, and that made me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Because that city is it's been dripping blood for a long fucking time, and it's good to see that something. And Chance the Rapper, I don't necessarily like his music, but as a human being, he just gave $1 million to the schools on the south side of Chicago. How can you not respect that? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for doing that. And he also encouraged other celebrities to match him, and then he said he would donate extra money for everyone else who donates. If we can get more celebrities to do shit like that, man, you just imagine how much better things would be.
And they should, because we're the one that support them and made them what they are. We should.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, shout out to him for doing that, man. Shout out that should be and Eminem did that too, man. Eminem did that. He did that in Detroit and in Flint, and he donated a bunch of water to Flint too, just a couple months back. So it's good to see guys that are that big, being humble enough to do something like that, and hopefully it sets an example for other people to do that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and they should. They're ambassadors of, when you get to that level where you're making so much money that, you got to do it. You just got to do it, man. And shout out to the ones that do that stuff.
Yeah,
Give the kids an opportunity.
Yeah, I've seen artists smaller than that too. Smaller than Eminem and Chance do it too. Like Dice has done, Doug Hussein, Doc Hollywood Hustle. They all helped out the people of Flint too. So, it's good to see people like Chance and Eminem do it. So hopefully, the people that have a lot give back. You know what I mean? The times are hard. Man.
Shout out
like
to
I
City
said,
Chicago,
man, I'm telling you, I'm glad. Exit, I'm so glad, that they went a week without murder. If you use
the game, on the news, man. I saw it the other day, and I was so proud of that. I'm talking about so proud of that.
Really? It's just crazy. There, man.
And we ain't doing nothing but hurting each other, because we literally all we have. See, that's the thing that's so sad. It's helping the prison system and the industry make more money because it's less niggas around. As long as they killing each other. I'm glad that they see that and they starting to wake up, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully it'll spread to other cities too. You know what I'm saying?
Because we have our problem too here in Jackson now. We have a high crime rate also.
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's a thing. It comes to here especially economics. We can't get a fucking decent mayor up in here. We got this racist ass governor who needs to go, and they just want the old ways. They talk about Mississippi. It's some people. Yes, it's some people that still would like keep things bogged down.
The way they work.
I don't want to offend anyone, but at the same time, you got these people that don't want, as long as blacks are in control of Jackson, they're not going to donate any money. They're not going to help the mayor. They're not going to fix these streets. We got streets here that need to be fixed. They're not bringing any jobs here. No jobs. And you wonder why there's so much crime going on. These kids got to eat.
Yeah.
These kids got to eat.
That's the main thing.
A lot of the
children. People forget about the kids too often.
Man. They do.
Well, these circumstances make kids grow up fast, and that's the problem. Kids don't get a chance to be kids. You know, they gonna tell their mom they want this, and their mom can't get it. So the first thing they gonna do is they gonna hit the streets and figure out a way to go get it. You don't have no school programs during the summer. When we tried to do the skating ring down here, the police used to come and just set up to run people off. And I asked him one day, I said, "What, you must just want everybody just out here robbing people and selling dub." He said, "It gives me a job." And I had an officer actually tell me that. You know what I'm saying? It gives me a job. So they don't want the youth to have nothing around here. They want them doing shit. And I used to work as a juvenile corrections officer years ago, and I sat there and saw something. They really want the youth in jail. We actually was helping turn these kids around. You know, I was so closely related to them, I could talk to them. And a lot of them just needed somebody to talk to. A lot of kids come up without father figures. They come up without somebody to talk to. So long as you talk to them, you know what I'm saying, they'll listen. But they didn't want that. Yeah. They literally didn't want that. They want them to go to jail. They want to put them in adult jail. They want to give them 20 years. They want them in the system.
Same thing with the medical industry. They want you sick. They want to keep you on drugs. They want to keep you fucked up to where you're not going to be able to pay the bills, and then they could take your house away from you. These motherfuckers are predators, man, and they're fucking with human lives on all levels, and they need to be exposed every chance we get. And it's real tough, man. Real tough.
It's been times we have been living in a state of Nazism here. Every fucking Friday, every Saturday, people want to go out. They can't even fucking go out because the police is setting a roadblock.
Right up the street from the club.
Right, yeah. I mean, it has got
right
a
up the
little
street
bit
from
better.
the club. When you pull out the parking lot, you got to go through a roadblock. Tell me that ain't a trap.
I go through the roadblock. Yeah,
then if you go over there to the honky tonk spot, you don't see that shit. See, that was the thing. You didn't see that shit. They go over there and raise hell on their little area, and nothing happened. But when we got together, it was always a problem. So, yeah, you're right about that, Jack, 100%.
Preach.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm glad we able, because a lot of people don't know this. You wonder why you look at Jackson, a little place like this, we making national news. As we first in this, first in murder, first in teenage pregnancy, you know.
First in lack of education.
Really, yeah, all that.
Everything.
So, yeah, we're number one in a lot of things, but unfortunately, it's a lot of fucked up shit.
Everything
number one in positive things, but no, we're number one in a lot of these negative things, you know. But hey, I want to say this, man. It's been a real good show, real informative. I appreciate you for joining the archive, man. It's an honor to have you on to be able to tell your story. But before we go, man, let everybody know all your info so they can get at you if they want features or anything, man. They want to book you for a show or give them all your social media, man. And if you want to give some shout-outs, man, you got the floor, Jack D.
100. You can reach me at Facebook. Type in Jack Dangerous 601. I'm Twitter. I'm Jack D 601. Reverb Nation. Jack D 601. SoundCloud. Jack D 601. And I'm in the process of getting a website, Skid Row Records, together as we speak. So be looking for SkidRowRecords.com. That's with 2 K's. And I just want to thank everybody. I want to give some quick shout-outs. I'll let shout out Kool-Aid. I want to thank Newton Handy for calling in. You know, everybody in the Jacktown, my man Exit Only right here. My boy Mike Jeezy. You know, Mr. Chuck. They Skid Row as well. So, hey, we in here, baby. And I definitely want to send a big shout-out to you, GS, for motherfucking life, baby.
Life.
One time.
Hell yeah.
For giving me the opportunity to be able to tell my story.
Hell yeah, man. And we look forward to having you on again in the future, Jack D. But before we go, we got one more track we want to play, man. This one here you sent me, man. Mystery Love. Tell us about this one.
This is the one. It's unreleased. It's gonna be on my new. I'm gonna drop it as a single first. This is a song with me and my artist. Oh, I forgot to shout him out. My boy Victor Newman. He's on Ski Raw Records as well, and he has his own label, Stable Style Productions. I want to say something about my project in the future called The Oracle. That's coming out in October. And so, yeah, Mystery Love. This is about a girl that I met one time, or maybe a girl that my friend was with, and the way that she made him feel, or the way she made me feel, or you feel, or however the fuck you want to put it. You feel me? So, yeah, Mystery Love, man.
This is Mystery Love. Jack D, thanks again for coming on the show. I really appreciate you. This is episode 371 in the books, man. Welcome to the archive once again, brother. Tomorrow night, everybody tune in. We got the homie DJ Lomain. He's going to be on some chopped and screwed music. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tune in Thursday. We got, if you guys remember, Eazy-E's classic album. It's on, man. If you remember Down to the Last Roach, we got Mr. Roach Killer. He's going to be on the show this Thursday. So tune into that. And then Friday, we got the homie Lightfoot, man. He's an actor / rapper. He's a first native rapper.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he's also, he was in movies like The Indian in the Cupboard, man, if you remember that movie. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He was in that shit, so he's going to be on the show this Friday. So make sure to tune into those shows, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. This is